Hi, I'm Tash. Welcome to Tash's Library. Today's video will be looking at the end of year book tag. So let's begin. The first prompt is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And for me, it's two. I generally finish books that I start, but one that has been going on and on forever is Persepolis Rising by James S.A. Corey. This is number 7 of the Expanse series, which is pretty much a space opera, cool little sci-fi. I absolutely loved the first sort of 4 or 5 books. And then it just became a bit political. And I don't know, for some reason, book number 6 bogged me down. I didn't enjoy it as much. And then book 7 is way better, but I'm still only halfway. I still have 300 pages to go. I'm only 248 in. So a fair while, but I really need to finish this by the end of the year. Absolutely. Another one is nonfiction, and this is The Believing Brain by Michael Shermer. This is kind of cool. It's looking at why smart people believe in certain things. And I've quite enjoyed it. It's fairly scientific in places, which I really like. I don't like the philosophical aspects as much. And I'm in the brain section. I'm looking at actual neurotransmitters and cool things. And for some reason, I'm still only 160 pages in. And I've still got, it's like a 400-page book. So a fair bit. But lately I'm just finding that nonfiction, I really take forever to read nonfiction. And lately it's rare for me to finish a nonfiction book. I find it really captivates me at the beginning, and then I just start losing interest. And I think most nonfictions I've read in the last few years, I've pretty much not finished the last quarter, last third. But this one I want to finish. So I'm really hoping I'll finish this by the end of the year as well. The second prompt is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Now, because I'm in Australia, I'm not going into autumn or winter. I'm in spring and I'm going into summer. So I'm going to change it to you have a spring book to transition into the end of the year. And yes, I have 2 books that kind of remind me of spring. And I think that's just because of the colors. So the first one is the Daughter of the Moon Goddess. That looks very springy to me. I don't know a lot about it, but it appears to be a Chinese-inspired sort of fairy tale-esque fantasy. And I'm really looking forward to that. And the sequel's coming out, so I do need to get onto that one. The other one is one that was recently in my birthday haul, and that's 6 Crimson Cranes. Beautiful pink cover. It looks so springy. Even though it is about a curse. But that's okay. That's okay. I would like to read that, even though I feel a little bit guilty getting onto that one because it's one of my most recent acquisitions. And I have so many books on the list. And the third prompt is there a new release you're still waiting for? And yes, there are 2. The first one is no surprise to anyone really who reads fantasy, and I'm going to be very boring and say The Lost Metal by Brandon Sanderson. I have read the first 3 of Mistborn Era 2 and really looking forward to seeing how it ends. Second one is The Witch and the Tsar. I don't know an awful lot about this one, but from what I've seen it's a bit of a Baba Yaga retelling. I'm a sucker for Eastern European mythology, for Baba Yaga myths, for witch myths. I just love that sort of thing, and I cannot wait for this one. It sounds so good. Number 4 is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I found this really hard, and I ended up coming up with about 6, but if I had to narrow it down to 3, I'd have to finish number 8 of the Expanse series, mainly because I don't have book number 9 yet, because they're still not selling it in the same size as I have all the others. So I'm going to wait for that. And I feel like I just need to finish the series. Never has a series gone on so long. I need to finish it. The other one is Defender of the Imperium. So this is a Warhammer 40,000 book. It is a loan from a friend, so I do have to read it. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's about this man who, I believe his title is Commissar, but he's sort of a high up there in the army. This is set way in the future, big sci-fi series, and he keeps getting promoted and he receives accolades for his bravery and all these amazing things he's done. But then we hear his narrative, we have his perspective, and from his perspective it sounds like everything was a bit of a fluke, that he was actually trying to avoid trouble, that he was a bit of a coward and just happens to accidentally be in the wrong place at the right time, according to him, and therefore saves the day, even though he was actually just trying to leave other people to die and keep himself safe. What I love about this is the sense of humor in the writing. The footnotes are gold, and I know some people don't like footnotes, but these footnotes are incredible. And also the fact that he's possibly an unreliable narrator, because surely he can't be that unlucky that every time he tries to run away he ends up exactly where all the trouble is. So maybe he's a bit modest. I don't know, and that's the charm of the books. And I've read the first 3, and Defender of the Imperium is an omnibus comprised of books 4, 5, and 6. So I definitely want to read that before the end of the year. The third book I really need to read, and that's because I just cannot wait to finish this series off, is The Poison Song by Jen Williams. So this is the third book in the Winnowing Flame series, the first book of which is The Ninth Reign. And oh my gosh, The Ninth Reign is probably, just spoilers here for me, not for the book, that it might actually just come top of my list for the year. It is incredible. It is such a good book. And so I really need to read the third one. Prompt number 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Ooh, this is sort of hard because I guess it's the shock bit. Like I know I have books on my TBR that I'm pretty certain could be favorites, but they wouldn't be shocking me that they're favorites. Yeah, I'm not sure what to go with this one, but I think Babel is a strong contender, even though it will not shock me at all. And if it's The Witch and the Tsar, I'm still looking forward to its release. And I think that could be a favorite depending on how it's executed. And another one that I think might just come up as well is The Wood and the Woodsman. I really like retellings. This one sounds pretty cool. I think it's Hungarian mythology. And so that could leap up. I don't know. They just guesses. And I guess that's a great thing. I mean, it is a guess. It's a shock, right? So all I know, it could be something else. And the final prompt is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? And the answer for this is no. That's the short answer. The long answer is that I'm probably not going to make plans for the entire year beyond a general, tenuous, ephemeral plan to complete some series, because I got a lot of series on the go. I think last time I counted I had 23 on the go. That's too much. It's too much. My poor brain has to hold it all in. So I have to finish those. But I'm really just going to do what I did this year and do monthly TBRs. I'm a bit of a mood reader. I enjoy the thrill of picking my monthly TBRs at the end of each month. And I'm going to continue doing that. And I'll continue my TBR game. I might mix it up and add a few extra fun things every now and then. And I think it's a good way to do it. It keeps it fresh. And of course, there is indubitably, going to be a book, or like 10 or 12 or 20 that come out next year that I desperately need to read, like now. And those might just sneak up onto my TBRs, which does not bode well for my long-term TBRers. You know, those books that have been lingering, calling out, choose me, and they never get chosen. I want to choose them, but you know, shiny new things. Anyway, that is my end of the year book tag. It's kind of fun to work out, and thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe. It gives me a little thrill, so please do that. Only if you want to though, and may the books be with you.